Hello, folks of YouTube. I'm SL. Welcome back to Danganronpa. This is gonna be a whole thing. Last time, we ostensibly are in a time loop or a dream sequence, reality switch. We're fully off the rails. Monokuma has cooked for too long. He started breaking the rules. He didn't break any school rules yet, but he's switched up the formula of the trials. He's adding weird things. He's lying to us, which is not usual. Monokuma doesn't usually. He will misrepresent, and he will withhold, but he very rarely so far has actually lied. That's what I'm. Bloom, who we know has not played the games, has a theory of somebody killing the prior masterminds, aka Ikusaba, but having taken over for Ikusaba. That's plausible. I do like that theory. New Monokuma. That's very plausible, I think. The Monokuma omits but almost never lies. Yeah, Monokuma might withhold the truth, but would almost never lie. Has Monokuma ever lied to us? I don't think so. The new one did, yeah. So that's very usable. Two things are possible. One, new Monokuma. Two, Kyoko put the mastermind into a corner, and now they're panicking and they're worried and they have to make moves because Kyoko got too far basically. Yeah, he did do that. He did lie about a suicide note by omission. Very messed up. All right, let's just see what happens. So as far as predictions go, I don't really know. This could be a construct of the show. Makoto may be literally going to a new set, basically. This could be part of the experience for the team. The producers could be in control of this. This could be reality shifting. I think that's unlikely. This could be memory stuff. Very likely. Unsure. I would like to announce the new mastermind is Junko and Oshima. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop to the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. So this is interesting. On the reread now. This is interesting, right? This is very interesting. Because I think that's not a lie. I think this was built to raise hope. Because that is the point of the game. For Monokuma, it's despair, but the other side of the coin is hope. If they can resist, you know what I mean? There are two things you need to attend the school. Me playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Sorry. I'm having bubble tea with jelly in it, and it is chewier than I thought it was going to be, which is good, but I don't want to be chewing all the time. Okay. One, you have to already be attending high school, and two, you have to do the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. I actually, at some point, would love to figure out if this was an influence directly on Doki Doki. Because I hadn't realized that before was a possibility. And standing there at the gate of this ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. Huh? Yo! Okay. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to jog off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't a classroom I've been in before. True, yeah, this is very clever. Good point, Bloom. Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing actually, that the punishment scene was like at a school desk. So, yeah, I think the fact that Danganronpa so heavily emphasizes door openings, I think probably impacted Doki Doki, and this scene here was also maybe a thing. What the heck's going on? Oh my god. Whoa! Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. It was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across all the area. All across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I gonna be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Yes, Alter Ego saved us. Alter Ego saved me. So yeah, I want to talk about that in a second. You give me 1 sec first though. And he used the last little bit of his strength to do it. How do you know that, Makoto? So I can't give up now. Myself and my friend. It's going to be the jelly stream that, I guess. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up, let's start looking for a way out of there. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. Also, I screwed up my hair during the headphone shift, so please forgive me. All right. Monokuma said this last time. Yep. 999 moments. Oh, what the? Whoa. Wait, what is? Oh. Wait, where? Is it the door? Or is it this? This is from a rocket and a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down there. Were those? So... Oh, seek a way out. Oh, wait, there are escape rooms? We have to play 999. Oh my god, what? I didn't know that. Oh, we gotta play 999. That was in the opening? Oh. So my first thought here is, I don't recognize this. I'm curious if this is from a punishment for a character who didn't get punished. I know it was mentioned early on that all the characters had punishments crafted for them. And I'm curious if this is for somebody who didn't end up getting punished. Is that an airplane? How did something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Not. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decide to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Pipeline of Ace Attorney to Danganronpa to Zero Escape to Somnium Files, yeah. I actually was thinking about the Somnium Files earlier today. I was musing about this genre, and I was like, where are the new ones? And it's the Somnium Files. But that was pointless too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which are an all-around bad idea? Alright, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not a reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. Oh, word. Really true. is in like a bad way or in the okay, yes. I was like in like the this game sucks way or in the like it's very rule breaking and transformative. Okay. My sleep is deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. Eat or drink, you say? Eat and drink, perhaps? I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Crunch. Me when I get crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, drawing me awake. Trash. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something from above? What could it have been? Yeah. Oh, what is this actually? This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Oh, it's okay, sure. Thanks for the heads up, I appreciate it. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash. Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Let's go!
It smells awful.
It's so good. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, the VR. Yeah, I'll watch it later. I love Kyoko. Oh my god. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Is there an obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash and then face me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. The like side eye, like, oh my god. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way down to my stomach. Whew, that hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why did you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. Oh my god, the lore? Hold on, I'm so excited. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I've been saying since episode 2! What did I say? The whole time. However many hours we've been playing this game. This is like the 16th episode. My most confident thing I've been saying the whole time is that Kyoko infiltrated the game. What? I made it my mind to come to Hope's Peak for one very important reason. So we had a reason.
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Oh, I already screwed that up. I forgot. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. If it's not fine, then it'll be fine. This I did once. Once?
I
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Then is it really true? You lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as we arrived at the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. My camera's too small right now. That's 2, folks. Memory wipes confirmed. That one's not a reach. I don't get points for that. I'm giving myself 1 point. I'm giving myself many points for the Kyoko infiltration. That one was not. It was not clean, at least. I'm having fun. I thank you. I'm excited. The real game is making predictions and then figuring them out. Okay. Based on memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason they can come up with. Because I purpose and my ability, somehow they can interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you.
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memory is going to be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things on myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance the mastermind is actually among us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal out of it. It's just a possibility. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I've been having fun doing like OBS memes. Is that okay? Do we enjoy these? Having fun with my text edits. Hold on. Stop being entertaining? Fine. I won't. I don't have like a funny font. Hold on. What am I looking for? This one? Not really. Hold on. That's not funny. Hold on. I'll go up in like 1 second. I'll give up very soon. No, I have one I'm thinking of. I just can't see the fonts in OBS. I forget what this one's called. I do have Joker Man. I did scroll past it. I have like a... What's it called? have like some manner of it's like a neon font. It'd be so perfect for this. Hold on, give me like one more second. Fancy Gothic, I like that also. I'm sorry, this is important. I am going to decimate the YouTube video though, so YouTube will be right back. Okay, thank you for your patience. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say. This is all I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay? All I'm saying is this. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Okay. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into a missing memory by herself.
However,
I hope this is getting funnier and funnier, because if I'm wrong, it's very funny, and if I'm right, it's really funny. You know what I mean? So like we can't lose. It's like that meme where you have the two folders, like memes if this character gets revealed, and memes if this character does not get revealed as like a DLC. So like this is the best it's the best comedy bet of your life. That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Well, why me? Because among everyone, you're least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Ugh. It's just like the dream I had before, but why'd that just happen?
listen.
You okay? Oh, yeah, so tell her. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just your personality. Okay. Oh, okay. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigation on your own. How'd it turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Okay, so we had some bets on the Ultimate Soldier. I don't know. Really. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Okay, that tracks. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hello, Other Cheese. Welcome in. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope Speed Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Oh. Okay, so like my theory, I was very confident she infiltrated the game. Confirmed 100%. I feel very pogged about that. Oh, true, Ozzy. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes is public domain. So this is not. My theory was specifically she was like some sort of secret agent. This is close. You had to find someone who.
So,
Well, it was the headmaster. The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my. Whoa. Okay. Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Was not on the bingo card. I really should have had related to the headmaster on the bingo card, but I didn't. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? That explains when Alter Ego told us how we thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what?
No matter what the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? I thought that was like for revenge purposes, because that was her mission. My memory didn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, as my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However,
Layer 6 even fell down, true. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I went into the headmaster's room. Then what'd you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was open to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed the second floor didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school was more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous. We still don't know how she got down here.
However...
Hold on. Tea break. Well, the thing is, I thought the options were the trash chute. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I don't know how the trash room works. I assumed there was just the incinerator and then the trash chute from the execution room. And those were like separate. But if the incinerator is just a chute that can also burn stuff, then she could just jump down the incinerator. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then, who did kill her? I don't know what to tell you, folks. What do you want me to say? Who killed? So you're asking me who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they called the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Anyway,
what I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Just to make sure we're clear on this. Just to be clear that like we know who this is. Get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key for the type line. You're saying, Raffles? The type line. My God, Magic the Gathering brain. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. The type line? Am I insane? Like next to their name. Like this, you're saying? Like this, maybe? Maybe we can add a little bit more of conspiracy theory here? A little more coming out of our Discord server? No? Oh, okay. I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted me to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Oh, okay. I see. It's complicated because I can't do it on the same line, I don't think. Which makes it harder to do. Because we need to make it a smaller font, basically. Like, yeah, it has to all be the same size, I think. Yeah. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore. I could do 2 different sources, but then it takes too long to click. Host the Academy at your discretion. I guess I'll make like a little... We'll figure it out later. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. So let's keep in mind for those of you doing your stonk tracking for theories. Keep in mind, I have a running theory that the regulations thing is a deal breaker of some kind. That it's not just that the mastermind is a thing for the rules. It's that it's important for some reason, logistically, or in the weird magic theory, that it does legitimately matter that they're following the rules. There's a reason for this. Keep that in mind. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. Their mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Kusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. Mukuro Kusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair. It could have been you, Makoto. It could have been the victim? Oh my god.
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during the night?
I
can hear them, The footsteps of the god of death. Kyoko? Kyoko, I do really enjoy your presence in this game. What do you mean by this? Kyoko, what does this mean? What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
anyway.
Let her cook. Her. Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I heard a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Wherever the Master Salon was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised. And the digital key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. Huge if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your dorm. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that, so this is what I was saying earlier. It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. So my theory is that as soon as Kyoko started getting into places she shouldn't have been, that the mastermind panicked. That the rules started to break down, their security broke down, and now they're panicked, and they're making bad plays because of it. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out their identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? there's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event, the tragedy. Talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy. Who was responsible for that? They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem.
The despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Let's go. 6. Actually, this time. To be continued. Dream Island Rocket. Achievement unlocked 5 alive. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Right now,
Anyway,
we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest come after. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool?
indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Kyoko, we can use the key of yours to open the door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid into the keyhole. And then, click. It opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Yo. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. I'm trying so hard not to sing Snake Eater. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. It was me, honestly. Well, here's the thing, right? I thought because I got like mind flooded because in terms of like trusting or distrusting Kyoko, both options are both, basically. Could have been both, at least. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface, not for honor, but for you. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now you said that I'm getting kind of nervous. Although, like, they're climbing horizontally, so how could they fall down? Maybe talking to keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Fascinating. Yeah. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
Detective is neither light nor shadow. Ooh, that's good. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned. And I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. True. They did at least have the forethought to put Makoto on the being the first to climb. It says our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, I was looking up info about the school online. I never saw anything about her. Pride. Mock my pride. The lions? I'm enjoying this grilling version of Snake Eater. Okay. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some pride, some of that pride.
I...
Order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far under Hope's Peak, is because because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you've been reuniting after all those years, right? You just supposed to talk about. No, I wasn't here to find my dad. I was here to kill him.
Wrong.
Nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So, I didn't remember myself, but apparently he was very intelligent. He wasn't lying to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And as young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. What was that? Wait. I was above Kyoko on the... Yeah. I was above Kyoko, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell is that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, he had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really.
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad at being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. Yeah, okay. But your family just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connections through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Damn, that's raw.
Hey.
Really good. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Yo. only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. Look, Makoto's led a very... Yeah. So instead, I said nothing. Good! Good for you. Just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Yo! Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
The other side of that door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Mmm! Remember the hatch in the ground to the trash room? I'm fairly certain this is where will come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it'll be open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Hatch open with ease, and so... We're the sussy imposters! Looks like we're back. Like how long the ladder was, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. We vented! Now we're back at Hope's Peak Academy. Sorry, hold on. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gone out of there without you. Red trash can? Where? No thing necessary. We should turn the favor. Trash room, the dump. Well, okay. Talking to Kyoko, not the door. So now what? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, if the mastermind finds out. And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried. Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma. There's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed to the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing over being caught, we should just give up now. Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't.
Because
the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind ensnared? You said something like that before. What does that mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makoto's death. There was a moment when they let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly than before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this, but we don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. We're back. There's floor 2. We gotta walk. We're not gonna teleport at a time like this. Yeah, I'm curious too. Tempted to look around, but we gotta keep moving, I think. I'm too enthralled right now. Quick tea sip.
Well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? Were you risky punished? Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
Now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
I lose?
Hey!
You? Explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you said the cross trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you want an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen to blacken and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. Boom.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you react by proclaiming Makoto the Blackens and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that would come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So, executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blacken is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blacken is me and not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is the comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. With a little more time, I guarantee I'll find
That's
some.
right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
Boom, boom!
And now you're talking some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince you in the absence of evidence.
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you executed Makoto. They would assume you killed him because what we just said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and
that's
square,
what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, that'd make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I gotta change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Oh. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It was certainly for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain
Let's
myself!
have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? I'm just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all of the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery is pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain
then
myself!
that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
We haven't covered every last truth. How will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how all this has turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial to Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. That's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough pump. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm-
really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing to say to you. So get lost, would you? I'm so mad.
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable. Oh. Beautiful. Junko Enoshima. The 16th also. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really going to let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all going to get your punishment later anyway. I'm just not getting it ready. A super, extra special punishment. Get overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Oh, Makoto, let's go. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Ah, rip Hydra. We need to get the Ocelot rigging going. Hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still have my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's dad. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because,
It's all because of that one moment the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. When was it?
so,
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they said that.
listen.
And what'd you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually coming to the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't read of something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, the type of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason why they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly. Except the one time. Except for a very specific time. Except for one very, very specific time. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. Talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that. Try to prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. So she's been saying group a lot, which I find very interesting. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yes, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. This is real this time. Now, I will note though, writing-wise, that we haven't thought about Junko in a while, have we? Weird that we're bringing up Junko suddenly. Oh, remember Junko? See you.
Right.
So instead they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, that made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
Only did the mastermind harm to have it shown they violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, only thanks to you that we got our chance because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you're able to figure out. I know the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. And in fact, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't beat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work with the others to destroy the mastermind. And work together with everyone.
However...
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway...
Anyway, right now I have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Watch it be Sayaka. I'm trying to think, right? Who else among the students could be the killer? It would be so hard for it to be Sayaka. There would have to be so much wrong for it to be Sayaka. And suddenly we were greeted with... shaking him. Monokuma, how did you say that with your mouth? You again. Monokuma, how did you say that? Is he broken? I suppose his emotional stability reaches limit. Jeez, what the heck?
However...
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let a sigh of relief. Ah! Yo!
Makoto?
I thought... Wait, Monokuma is the headmaster though, right? Not of Hope's Peak, but of... like, the Killing Game. Is that true?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Well, also, do we know that... Right, interesting. Although the exploding Monokuma also was close. Everyone was there. All my friends who struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. True, true. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Left to right.
Yo,
Makoto. What was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
you know?
Did you have to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Yes. Interesting. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people have their names, can have their lives, say they have their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it's a learning experience for you. What? Headmaster is just Monokuma's first name listed on his birth certificate. What? So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. Oh, the lab is still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go? Oh, you stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you!
Rotten physically, mentally, everywhere you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. You smell even worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto,
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain. Explain what? Based? Based on what? Is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
The last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he'd be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy, I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, right?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the end of the last trial. Yeah, I don't. What? I'm sorry. What bad end? I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. I couldn't possibly. I couldn't possibly know. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Well, please. Please. Hydra was one of my parents. I mean, Rizo was one of my parents. Oh, sorry. Bump the mic. Everyone?
I hate you.
Who said you could redo those turns without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here together with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
With figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the mysteries. It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe. But this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh?
I
can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why not? I mean, this seems like the obvious way to solve the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us a little hint of his. Hint? It's a very... Okay, gents. This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. Keep this in mind. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to have set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the students who are taking part in the killing game. And the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. I just want to, like, zoom in Hans in the corner and, like, Mukuro's crouched there. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. There she is! Junko located. Junko located. Hold on. Hold on. There she is. There she is. Located. Detected. So the mastermind have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones left alive are the people standing right here. Do I continue or do you get it now?
What?
Say the mastermind's one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma just had a lot to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're in Ultimate, right? The Ultimate Despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting sus anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed somebody sneaking out that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot? Maybe they cooked up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way you could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Uh-oh. It is now 10 p.m. It's officially nighttime.
This is a school announcement.
New voice line?
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock
Whoa.
every room in the school.
Holy cow.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
What?
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
Time for talk is done. Now we can begin our investigation. But I was planning on breaking alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time for games.
Goodbye.
Well done. After making his final, it's his final statement. I don't have to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, this you were like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. They're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Now she's gone. And you're gonna go out by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm going by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall. Shout out Hero. Everyone's really gonna go up by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know, but
I mean,
up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. That's nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something to help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. so you're gonna go off on your own too, right?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going through our searches separately doesn't mean we can't work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigations doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. Oh, that's a cute little lesson. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we get back together and start to share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless thing of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. Yep.
Makoto,
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I have no time for games. Okay, here we go. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose their true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Alright, Mukuro's file. Okay, that he's unknown. Hit with a blast, stabbed, knife, objects, yep. Yep, here we go. Yes. Thank you, game, and also thank you, Bloom. Headmaster's room, biolab, and the door in the data center. Yep, bingo, bingo, and bingo. So that's all I had in my mental tally. Guard the dojo, here we go. All right. Beautiful. This is really nice of them. They did not have to do this. That's super good. Very pleased. Okay. I am beelining for the Monokuma room. Because that is what's been on my mind the most. For sure. I agree. I want to get the lore first, and then we can visit the crime scene with as much info as possible. I think going to the crime scene with again, like, peak info is where I want to be. I know, baby game, they're hand-holding, oh my goodness. This is... Should we have a quick game design sidebar? Should we do a game design sidebar? Should we do some armchair game design? Here's what I think. I think, personally, that if there is information in a game that is publicly available and that relies only on memory, in general, that should be exposed to the player when possible. There are definitely examples that do not fit this. I'm saying this as a very general concept. I just think there are very few compelling reasons to hide information or just withhold it, right? Like, this is very true in, like, Persona and SMT. The games are harder to play when you have less info, but not meaningfully so. You could just use a wiki or a GitHub site, right? There are ways to do it. This is true of a lot of games. There's cases where this is not the case, right? In the kind of creepypasta genre or the frog fractions genre, intentional misdirection is important. But on average, with stuff like, you know, tallyable information, just give that to us somewhere, please. There's no reason not to do it. So, also, with 4 places to check, I was going to say...
Hey, Makoto.
With 4 places to check, there should be 1 person in each area. Or 4.5, right? So, you know. Makoto, you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I kind of wonder about the Monokuma door.
Yeah.
But I figured, if all the doors have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean...
Because it might explode, right? And that would really suck, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Box 16 is so good. I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. You know, race over to a nearby deck and hit disc and hit underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything's gonna be okay, right? Here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Oh my god. Yo. Whoa! Okay. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, totally reassured. So this is where we pilot Monokuma, for sure. So that means that Monokuma is inactive right now. We can break rules, but there's no rules to break anymore. Everybody should hand each other their school handbooks to see what happens. What's this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. It's like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel, looks like some kind of cockpit. Like, does that mean...
Okay.
Alright. Well, let's start poking or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away.
Huh?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what'd you push? Not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says data center. Data center. Took a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was only one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from.
Yeah.
Right, check it out. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just shoot one from over here. Did I just see what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey! Grrr, give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Oh man, busted. How'd you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling.
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Oh, guess what I found? The self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing out on the control panel inside. Yeah, so true, so true. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were just controlling now was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma. But for real. Yup, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey,
Yep, confirmed. Kyoko's theory was right. This seems like terrible design. Why would you not have monitors in here?
But
But if the masterminds can be controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. I mean, maybe to them, like, the data center having, being part of the show was too important, like having that as a reveal. But if that is true, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but there's a hint. Yep. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong with Makoto? I don't like the face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
Cause, I mean...
It's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it is impossible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like,
So,
you want to leave soon? There's still lots of places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Shall we get going? Yeah. Oh, an escape hatch. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's me out of here. What? What the hatch? Maybe that's for earlier? Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door just locked on its own. What? My hand shot up to go to grab the doorknob. Right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma!
just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can just go on restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. In that room,
Yep.
as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo. And say it together, class. Who's in the room?
You're a liar.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? I literally did. I literally did. I literally... Thank you, Bloom. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, class. A hatch on the floor? Yeah, I clicked on it. That was your only chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can be open from the outside anyway. So, whatever. Okay, no more investigating. Okay, tell the others. Sure. Peace. True. Hina and Makoto, 100% confirmed. Also, everybody else alive confirmed. If we can find them. If we can get all 6 people together right now, we are 100% confirmed, not Monokuma. He's gone, but...
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, the Shapuzi for sure.
Huh?
Then when I said we should leave... Well, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Stay positive. You're right. Okay. One thing I'm good at is keep my body moving. Okay. I'm gonna go around and tell everyone what happened when we found here. Alright, let's go.
You got it.
I'm out. See you later. Alright. Biolab, also locked. Headmasters first, though. I want to go to the biolab so bad. It's going to be so messed up in there. Another sword. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Portraits. Same shelf as the gym. Shobi isn't even a shield in there. Shield from Ace Attorney, perhaps? Okay, interesting. Monitor in here as well. It's from Shadow the Hedgehog, this room? Oh my god, you're right. Even in here, the surveillance camera? No, surveillance camera. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Something that makes me feel anxious. I agree. The bookshelf seems really well made and is filled with files and thick books.
Come on.
Makoto,
Not possible.
are you ignoring me? You think I'll forget that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you at least see something interesting? Byakuya doing this in Nere is very good. This is a very good turn for his character. It's been very good. What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So, in other words...
Apparently class number 78 refers to us. That's huge. Wait, we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
Also mentioned 78, okay. And since the rest of our profiles listed in there along with hers,
In other words...
there can be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Host Peak just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seemed Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing and the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she's going to get it as fast as possible. What's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So, in other words...
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they called Road to Despair, that we still didn't have. What kind of info is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some kind of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he gave us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya came through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats close but just out of reach. Interesting. The hypocrisy of Byakuya, tell them Makoto, Togami. Our first image of Mukuro. And the hair doesn't look right. I'm pretty sure there was like brown or red hair on the character who was blown up. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some kind of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward the musician's deals with despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Tenure, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. This is big. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. You're my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Yes, Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Well, I'm getting back to that's not Mukuro theory. Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have to take her completely by surprise, a killer like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind's even stronger than Mukuro was?
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
We lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's entirely possible. I think I can't remember if I actually said that out loud or not. It certainly crossed my mind. Wounds all over the body, a few days old. That could be Junko. For sure. And would fit with my initial claim that the person talking to Monokuma in the office was Junko. Mukuro could still be the villain. Anything's possible here. There's another important bit you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? The picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to have been included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information included in the file. 5'7", 97 pounds. Well, what do you think? What do I think?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiots. What I'm trying to tell you is, maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait. He's trying to say... Think about the hair. Is there a chance the body is actually Mukuro? That's what he's saying. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's what I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So Machi Miyaka's errand boy. Yeah. And the fake nails, too. Wait, sorry, it didn't register as I was reading out loud. 5'7", 97 pounds? She's from Paper Mario? She's from Paper Mario. She's from the 2D dimension. What? One last thing. Bit of advice from me to you. Advice for me. You seem to get along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she just doesn't want to help me. Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I'm just like, man. Well, don't put too much faith in her, huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunch can be proven right. So this advice is free this time. Take it or don't as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Wait, so you said watch out for... Okay. Just be careful with overly trusting Kyoko. I think right now we need to be very careful about yeah, this is something that like very confusing. It's like they, yeah. Like I think we remember, yeah. I think the weights were just like very like, huh? At least Makoto like makes sense. On the team. These at least like make more sense. Yeah, it's definitely worse for the girls. They're also smaller on average. Well, there it is, folks. I know, there's no Mondo's like Jack. There's no way. All right, folks. Well, there it is. Can we get an F in the chat for the theory? No! Okay. New theory. New theory. Makoto. Junko was the mastermind. Okay? New theory. I'm leaning back. Hold on. I'm just moving like that. Junko's the mastermind. Not zombie Junko. Clones. Les enfants terribles. No. Not clones even. Clones would be too stupid. It'd be very weird if they made a corpse clone of Junko. Whatever. Junko was the mastermind. Okay. Mukuro ices her. Well, this game is that stupid, but so Mukuro ices her. So she fakes her own death somehow with the Gleipnir. Gungnir, I'm sorry, Gleipnir's an anime that I haven't even watched. It's stabbed in a million places. She survives because it was all planned. Returns to being the masterminds. Yeah, it's fair. No, I 62170 totally makes sense. That's in the same ballpark for me too. That's not a nonsensical. But I think that Mondo's Jack, right? Like he was like very built, and he did fight. He like fought all the time. That's all I'm saying. Wait. Oh, is he 5'9"? Is he not 6'1"? Is he not 6 foot? He's 6'2". There's no way. He's 168 pounds. There's no way. This dude is ripped. Anyway, Junko gets iced by Mukuro in the last thing, and Mukuro makes it look like why else would Mukuro try to fake her own death, right? So Mukuro's still alive, which means that Junko was part of the ultimate despair, and it's like a revenge plot for Mukuro, maybe. That's where I'm at right now. So what this means is I was right the whole time, though. Okay? That's what this means, is that I was right the whole time. I just want to emphasize that real quick. We don't know that yet. There's just simply no way. I guess he's old, but 140, it's just, this is like, I don't know. Secret agents, they should be... Whoa, what the heck? Hold on. I know we don't know what's in there yet. That's fair. I know we just talked about clones. I know we just talked about clones. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. Sure. Maybe yeah. Maybe I'm just totally out of maybe it's possible, and my barometer is wrong. Check the corpses. What I'm saying is, what if it's not corpses? What if it's clone vats? That's what I'm saying. I'm not. I'm putting no stakes on that theory. It's so cold, like abnormally cold. Look at my China refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? There's a morgue, Makoto. It's kind of weird machine something built into the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. Oh, on the other side. What? Uh oh. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ozzy, no, stay safe out there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 9 and 6? We have 6 left. So there's 9 lit. Which means one of these is empty. Vegas Nick is 5'11" and 198 pounds. He lost 50 pounds? Maybe that's what maybe his bones are hollow now because he's old. He became a bird. I'm gonna be a machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Oh, I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's like a fridge restoring dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab's actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look. Left, okay, yep, sorry. But only some of the lights are on. Lights on the left, the right-hand lights are off. There's 16 in total. 16 in total. There's tarps in here. Stack of tarps here. I've seen a lot of these things lately. It is a horror movie sometimes. Yep, nice goes on the monitor. Tarp room here. Got a booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the auto systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted to automatic off-road settings. Naked Snake got bulk from eating all those tree frogs. Yeah, calorie mates. With our system, anyone keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Okay, I think I get it. Kind of makeshift morgue. All those lights. So like it says when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean that inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... Okay. I can't let my emotion take control right now. Only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue investigating. No other option. No, there's a chicken in one of them. Yep. 6 players, Mukuro, 9 corpses. I know the math adds up. Where's all I'm saying is, yeah. Now the chicken probably got fed to the plant. I think that's pretty likely. All I'm saying is... Oh, yeah. If the body's not in here... And it's not. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. Still just 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be terrified if there are more than that. Tool shed, just to be sure. Let's check. Nope. Could it be in the biolab? Okay, the tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so better look into it. Okay, let's look some clue behind here. Huh? Oh, biolab, sure. How did we miss that before? Yeah, right. Okay, sure. So I'm curious if that's the trigger for letting us look in the freezer. Okay. That seems impossible. That's one of the only times that I would describe the game as having not played fair the first time around. That said, not a lot to be gained or lost here. Really? But that was like a fake choice though. Like this is like hidden info because we got the info at the hatch. I'm saying like in terms of like the mystery stuff, like the okay, well I guess that's the number. Yeah, that's fair. So we had 9 and 6. But what this means is we didn't see Mukuro's body, Junko's body, go in here. And so I have suspicions now. You know what, we're gonna walk. Because we deserve it. We gotta, you know. Oh, that is like wildly bulky. In fairness. The Despair Hotel. Yo, at last. This is creepy, what the heck? The gate's open. We can finally see the second floor of the dorm, which means I have to do it. Whoa. This is the second floor of the dorms? That's fair, Ozzy, yeah. It's like ancient ruins. Or it's like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Okay, only a few rooms to check out. One room over here. Note the blood. It's like a Fallout 3 dungeon. That's what it looks like. Whoa. Yeah, we can't examine in the hallways, it looks like. The bed's completely torn apart. Not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Why are we getting Monokuma coins still? What the heck? Open the door just a crack, go outside, and immediately close it again. wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Double checking, but this should be leave the area as well. You have same prompt. Alright. Bathroom checked. We get a free time on this, right? Okay. No, I won't go into the girl's bathroom. Fair enough. Though it is an investigation. Nothing. Oh yeah, for sure. I was like, for sure. Okay. The giraffe room. Let us observe the giraffe room. It was full of lockers. This is like the minor league boxing room from TTYD. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Yeah, agreed. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I wonder what's inside, but there's no way. No way to get it open. Very long metal plates. Oh my god, there's so much going on here. Alright, one at a time, here we go. Don't bother trying. Not gonna open. We will be thorough for the sake of the investigation. Locker, rattle, rattle, no blocked. Card reader. Okay. Yep. The handbook, so does that mean I'm gonna try? And then, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. How are these still powered on? That's all I'm saying. So we may get a card in these other rooms over here. That's possible for sure. Whoa! Headmaster's room, I think. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Correct. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I want to check it out one more time. A regret? Nothing over here, huh? Interesting. I see the door over there. Don't worry. PC on the desk must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we could get some more info.
However...
Not much though, nothing I already know.
In other words...
The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. Wait a second. Metagame information time. Ultimate Despair girls? What if the girls are working for the Ultimate Despair? They're the worst sort of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do, was a complete kirigiri failure. Kyoko, I know you're pissed, and that's understandable because of the trauma of your family life. But also, have you not considered that it's possible that your dad took this post to investigate ultimate despair and abandoned you because he thought he was going to get killed in the process. But any info is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever we get our hands
Correct.
on. I see. It's a good dog to have. The ultimate despair. I know nobody who knows anything can confirm or deny what I just said, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ultra despair. Oh. Well, maybe they changed it. Okay. What I wish I could do, play Ultra, but I thought you said I shouldn't play Ultra Despair Girls. But that was not the plan. Hello, Kyoko. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Is the chair? There's 3 circles over here, though. Was it the couch? Oh, okay. Leather chair. Okay, headmaster? Sure, we knew that. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or construction effect or something? Defect?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Did you figure some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yeah. So easy, not even sure you can call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password, the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is that it's probably made of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough.
It's true.
I looked at all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I can think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into, that's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there's some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her there's more to it than that. Need the password. Okay. And if Kyoko can figure it out, nobody I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko she wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Sorry, I was trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it, and it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that we would use her name as its password. The idea that... Yes. Period. Okay. Knowing how she is about the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try, just to be sure?
Well?
Now you can need my permission. If you want to try it, do whatever you want. Okay? That seems right, true. I do know literally nothing about it, except that it is a spin-off and divisive. To put it mildly. But if that's not it, I might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about Makoto, don't be. I already know your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type here. Type in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. Why are you typing her last name? My hands were tense, slowly trembling as I finished typing it in. Beep. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
Why?
Why? There's the sprite. We almost have never seen this sprite. We saw it only that one time. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Brace yourselves. What the heck? No, that's so sad. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not have even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. Present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's made so unusual. She was right, it was unusual. She couldn't stop looking at it. Not just looking, glaring. Okay. Yep. Alright. The gift. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? Not dangerous, but surprising probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is. At the very least, it's something you'd be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? What? Are you saying something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Is it a head? Step by heavy step, I approach the box. It's a horse head. Took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I opened the door. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box was bones. Human bones. Was the last thing I expected to find such a bright, joyful box. This is so tame compared to most things so far. Sans? I mean, who could possibly imagine? Oh, this is a shout out to Danganronpa V3 with Komaeda, right? Because he's Sans' friend?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Is that your dad? How could you have known that? And there were bones in there, human bones. It's not that I think of the bones specifically. He killed Sans. I just had a feeling it'd be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones? That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. The same man she's been searching for. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Yeah, for sure, Ozzy, for sure. Given all the info we all have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the master that found this out, okay. Yeah, late 30s. Let me scroll right now. Towards an approach, enough puns, here are the hints. Okay. Yep. Yep. Rodrigo said the headmaster's probably here. Yeah, he's all skin and bones. He's here in the school. The only ones who were alive at the start of the game were us 16 students. Ask the bones for permission to date Kyoko. We put this way to say that it doesn't take much to assume
In other words,
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained to her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. I think there's something to be said about, like, in-between states being more upsetting than something so definitive. Especially, like in horror, something that's human but not is much, much scarier than something that is decidedly not human. So she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? Okay, yep. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present, alright, well. This picture. Oh, this is so cute. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait. This is a picture of she never changed her hairstyle. Hey, Kyoko? Well, I think with that question, Hydra, like, that's the scientist is very scary, but the werewolf can be the werewolf is a scary, like, is a horror movie staple, like, to my point, I guess. Yeah, exactly what Ozzy's saying. The midpoint, the transformation sequence, that's what's scary. The part where the body horror, that's the scary part.
Why would you?
Oh, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet, to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? And I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. What's scarier, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or Miss Doc Jekyll Hyde? Makes you think. This is so scary. Can we get 50 likes? Must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Oof, it's a classic story beat, but it still hurts. This filing cabinet is the kind of place you'd find a clue to take a closer look, but I don't think Kyoko likes a stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine, check it if you want. That's why it's a classic, exactly, yeah. Are you sure? Okay then. Went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
Just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy, instead he left it all behind.
Now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. I don't know about that one. Full Metal Alchemist, a story about bad fathers. Headmaster's desk. Probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Choco's dad's desk without permission. Go ahead, check it out. Don't worry about me. Look how much you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay, then, if you don't mind. Okay, that's drawers. All the documents. The last drawer. Is this the handbook, right? It says in case of emergency. Okay, emergency handbook. Here we go.
In other words,
a handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're right.
It would seem...
Might prove useful. Hold on to it, but Kyoko.
I
don't need it. If you don't want it, then go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Alright. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it only inconveniences you that much more. Great, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just need to calm down a little. Need to
Just
get my
a
emotions in
second.
order. Kyoko. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you have with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. But the picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I got some under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. And then I'll see you later. It's really okay. Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, a shock to me. Bones. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope Peak staff, the one who found out the plan to isolate you, was the Hope Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. According to the files, the headmaster's a man in his late 30s. Yep. Okay. Mastermind. Okay, also, remember checking off the list? 16 student, headmaster, masterminds. We're making progress on the list. Is one of the students. It's like a little lame that it's a 16th student. So signals are alive, everyone else is dead. Sayaka, Junko, that, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Ifumi and Taka, Celeste, Sakura, even Mukuro. No, no. You showed Junko twice. Almost left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 are still alive. Wait. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. Wait, hold on. We haven't seen Toko or Hiro. I refuse to believe it. It has to be some other way. There just has to be. Yeah, this is true. Hold on. We haven't seen Hiro or Toko. Because we know right now, as of this moment, that anybody who is not inside the lab. I'm combining Toko and Jack. I'm sorry. If you're not inside the lab right now, you are not the masterminds. We know that for a fact. Otherwise, they wouldn't have locked the data center. They are in the data center right now. So if you are outside the lab, you're clear. We know that's like about as clear cut as it gets. So the question is, can we find Hiro and Toko? If we can't, that leaves us with some options here. Okay. No. Hold on, I probably just missed him, right? Hold on. There's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way. Nobody say anything. Am I missing it? Am I scrolling past it like 3 times? Okay. That doesn't look good. No. I wonder if I can open this locker. Right, locked. Yep. Yep. Okay, one more try. There we go. All right, beep. All right, here we go. What's inside? Nothing in there. All right. Oh, hold on. Yasuhiro Hagakure. What now? If I could be, this could be reaching massively right now. But if I'm right about thinking about this, I want to just note for the record Well, Hiro and Monokuma have been in the same room before. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Hiro was the one disassembling Monokuma. Right? It was like weird that Hiro was being handed the job, right? And he like was doing well at disassembling Monokuma. Let me cook. Let me cook. I should turn on, oh, I forgot to turn on let me cook. Or let him cook. That's actually an important one. Anybody doesn't know, by the way, most of our emotes are on 7 TV now. If you don't have that extension installed. Sorry, we're adding emotes real quick. Important emotes. Okay. I have like 10 emotes, not 10. Okay. Okay, you're right, Hydra and Shrew, but I don't know. I'm getting a little sus right now. And I do want to note, for the record, as far as keeping track of the stonks, that I called extremely early that if Hiro was doing a bit, he'd be one of the scariest people in the cast. I'm not confident about this. I'm giving this like a 20 or 30% right now. Not a high percentage. This is not a high percentage call. This is a low percentage call. If I had this option in Fire Emblem, I would not take this attack. Okay? But yeah, I'm at least 30% right. Okay? Just like Hiro. I know. I'm thinking I wasn't sold, but he's not on the map right now. That's really throwing me for a loop. Toko's on the map. Hiro's not. Again, unless they missed it, they could have missed it. It's entirely possible. Yep. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like sandbag the timer. Oh. Practically empty, except for... got a pocketbook. Don't see a name right now, so I can't say for sure who it is, but someone writing inside it could be... No, it totally... Oh, he got left back a few years. He got held back in school. How many years ago was the tragedy? The prior class? Could be important. Don't like violating orange privacy, but I'd better take a look. 21. Oh, it's like girls' handwriting. What are just based on even like whoever's writing them is measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Didn't Hiro have weirdly meticulous writing? Right? We gave Hiro the job of writing signs and he wrote really meticulous writing. He's 21. Holding the pocketbook, my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students in communal life. I decided to talk to someone that came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some details regarding the plan. What he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world in order to start the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope you'll be willing to go along with the plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and exactly the pocketbook it belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since she left when he was little. Directly, okay. Yeah. What does this all mean? So Apocalypse Theory, or I'm maybe amending Apocalypse Theory to Ultimate Despair Apocalypse Theory. Like they're doing some sort of big play to cause a global meltdown. I quickly skimmed the remaining page of the notebook. I must have linked something that would prove me wrong with this whole thing, but when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of it, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There is a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair... I can't do it. I'm sorry. This is too important for the lore. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Dun, dun, dun. I don't, oh man, it'd be insane if it was Hero. My feeling is that the Hero plan I think is like a big distraction. I think it is pretty cleanly Mukuro and Junko. Not cleanly. That seems more likely right now. And that Junko was sacrificed to throw up a barrier for Mukuro. Yeah. The Hero thing is... Man, imagine. Oh my god, I was right. Holy shit. Oh, I just got chills. What the hell? Holy shit. Okay, I really, oh my god, I was really spitballing a minute ago. I was really like, I was like, yeah, we'll do this bit. It'll be interesting to try to spin this theory a little bit. Maybe it'll go somewhere. Holy shit. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the what? Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems every part of their life. What the hell? I told you. I've been saying this. Oh my god. There's all kinds of text with notebooks stacked up in no particular order. Hey, I don't want more information yet, but other cheese mentioned that their favorite character was Hero. Now I'm starting. I was like, that's interesting. Why Hero? And dust everywhere. The rest of us didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. And I just captured as natural as possible. Picked up one of the notebooks I saw. I'm gonna look inside the notebook. Any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hagakure. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. We have 2 photos, right? 6 people? It was Chihiro, Leon, and whatever his name, the baseball guy, Leon. Mondo, I'm sorry. Mondo, Leon, and Chihiro. And then Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. I'm sorry, he's the baseball guy. I'm sorry. Okay. Don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but come on, he was the baseball guy. We knew him for 5 minutes. Okay. What percentage of the rest of the cast is with Despair? Is my next question. Because now we have multiple. I'm highly sus. Junko basically has to be involved. No, I guess she doesn't have to. If she wasn't alive, if she was just a corpse, she didn't have to be alive. Or if she was a corpse, she wouldn't have had to have been involved. But I'm still sus on Junko. Maybe it's just Hiro and... Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Is this Ariyasu Hiro? The note also contains a large number of notes. I got so convinced about Junko. I'm having trouble letting it go. Like I said, I have like some amount of meta information. I saw her picture in a YouTube thumbnail in a video I did not watch. And I know that she's popular. And those things lead me to believe that there's more to the story here. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I said these things earlier in the playthrough, but it could be that she shows up somewhere. If Game 2 is a prequel or something, there could be more Junko content. Or if it's like some sort of weird thing where, like, I say this, that's the danger of working off of metagame information, is that I can't ignore it now. I can't unsee that. But I'm going crazy because I'm like, oh, I know this people, I don't know what games 2 and 3 are about. So if or it could be some sort of weird anthology thing where the same story is retold in different ways. Junko could just be a character in game 2 or 3, and I wouldn't know. Yeah, the thumbnail I saw made it seem like she was going to be relevant, is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't it was just a sprite, but it was like, the context was very like, which would mean, any classes here? That can't be possible. Oh, there's a board game. Maybe that is the case, then. You're going to school at the same time with the rest of us. And also in this evil world, we never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? The board game. Yeah. I knew this was like a Mario Party game. Is it like a playing cards? Yes, exactly. Sure, for sure. No, they're tarot cards. But wait. Are these used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Yeah, my understanding was that board game like pulled characters from other stuff. This is a crystal ball. Crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he used this locker. It's just not possible. Yay! Not a circle. Thanks for the follow. Welcome tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying. Okay. Anyway. Sorry. Oops, double tapped. The more I see, the less sense this makes. Because these lockers, they belong to previous students, right? So why are we seeing this? Why are the things in those lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocket that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be an explanation. But I have to keep moving forward. I have to believe in everyone. Not Hiro. Hiro's gone. I'm not firmly convinced, but I'm deeply sus. Kyoko, you've got some explaining to do. Heroes in here. The corpse. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, I don't think. Okay, that's a good call. Yeah. They didn't note the like same type of scanner system, but sure. I'm down. Let's see if Hero's out of the. Oh, we didn't go to the dojo yet. That's what it was. Where was I going? Oh, 5th floor. Biolab. Nothing there, unfortunately. Good call. Hello, Toko. I know. Toko, this is where you are.
What do you want?
Am I so disgustingly out of your sight? No, it's not. I thought you found a clue. I haven't. Found nothing. Not one single clue. I figured since it was related to the case, I would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. No one's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Oh, no clues here, so I'm gonna get going. Oops. Yeah, no lockers, unfortunately. Okay. Man. So here's the complicated thing.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
So this is new.
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Poggers.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASAP possible.
Now he wants to give us a hint? It's sus, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. Even knowing that. Go to the gym, right? ASAP possible. Hey, hero. Oh, Makoto. Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. I already talked to him. What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. No point in trying to stop me. Ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? He's just trying to avoid me. I was hoping talking about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding this? I said this in like episode 2. It was like 2 or 3. I was like, if Hero's putting on a bit, this is the scariest guy in the whole game. That means he can commit to the bit. Okay. I would love to keep going, but I think this is going to be fairly continuous from here on out. And we are at a pause. We completed the investigation phase. So I'm going to cut us here. So, YouTube, Twitch folks, hold up. YouTube folks, thank you so much for being here. This was another incredible, fairly long session for the Danganronpa series. Thank you so much for being here. If you watched all the way through, wow, that's awesome. Holy cow, it's a long VOD. Hopefully, I will see you on the stream, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully, you will join us live for more. And in the meantime, there's a playlist above for more Danganronpa content. There is a subscribe button below to help us out with if you want to find videos from me and get more content, including other Danganronpa series probably, and also Ace Attorney and stuff, and Persona, whatever. And like the video if you liked the video, and that'll help me out. And hopefully I will see you live soon or on Discord, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday to Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll catch you next time. Until then, peace.